Okay, this is the Grant Memorial Bridge. It was built in 1925 in memory of General Grant, who was born here. The house is over there across the road. This is Grant's birthplace, Point Pleasant, Ohio. And this is the bridge. They built it in 27 and then they had to rebuild it in 1980s, but they left this original cannons and other things here. See that? That's part of the original bridge, that brickwork. Pretty cool, huh? And there's Grant's home, his birthplace. We're gonna go visit it in a second. This is the placard for the Memorial Bridge. Cast iron nameplate mounted on the walkway is one of the two that were formerly located on the original bridge. See, that's the original placard right there. Pretty cool. Very cool. Just this first part original because they had to rebuild it. Alright, we're gonna go walk into the house next, and then back there is the church, the Grant Memorial Church, right there. Okay, this is the placard out in front. U.S. Grant, hometown hero, born April 27th, 1822. Here's one of his famous pictures. First president born in a mobile home. Huh. I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, they have a tour here you do. The Land of Grant. Oh, it's like a circle. Huh. We're gonna go to Georgetown too. We're doing a stop off here. That's cool. Here's a placard here. Welcome to Grant's birthplace. Oh, looks like the tree broke here. Let's see. Very small, isn't it? Look at that. Wow, let me go back here. That's it. Bicentennial was 2022. 200 years ago, last year. He was born. Here, let me show. This is it. And if you pan this way, you'll see the church. That's all that's here. There's nobody here but us. Huh. And then down there's the bridge. That way. They're gonna let Ruby in. They said they could let her in. Alright, we'll show you some more inside.
Okay. Don't sell it because
Okay.
I'm not one of those that are looking to,
I'm not, yeah.
to make a buck off of my.
Here we are, we're at Grant's birthplace in Mount Pleasant, Ohio. This is the entrance area. And
Since the sun has gone,
and now we're gonna walk. It's actually a one-room building, so look at this. Check this out.
well, the room you just stepped into was the entire household.
This is it.
This is it.
One room.
It was constructed sometime between 1817 and 1821 by Mr. Lee Thompson. Mr. Thompson lived in the brick house next door. The original part of the brick house was constructed sometime between 1811 and 1812. Thompson built this timber frame, one-room cottage, no logs in the construction, there were sawmills. The timber frame cottage was constructed sometime between 1817 and 1821 by Thompson as an investment property. It was a rental. So it was March of 1821 when an itinerant tanner by the name of Jesse Grant rented this cottage from Mr. Thompson. Jesse Grant was originally born in Pennsylvania. His family had immigrated to northeastern Ohio. He had a half-brother in Maysville, Kentucky by the name of Peter Grant, who would let him know that there were jobs available for tanners along the Ohio River, and that's what brought him from northeastern Ohio to this part of Ohio, southwest Ohio. A job. And the job was offered by Mr. Thomas Page. Page owned the local tannery which is just up the hill a little bit at the current site of the Grant Memorial Methodist Church. Page hired Jesse Grant, an experienced tanner, to run the operation here. Page had another tannery, at least one, in Bethel, Ohio, and he hired Grant to run the operation here. Jesse Grant is a bachelor, 27 years old. A little long in the tooth for an unmarried man in the early 19th century. Thomas Page introduces him to a young, unmarried gal by the name of Hannah Simpson. Hannah grew up on a farm just west of Bethel, Ohio, and I'm assuming that Mr. Page was a little concerned about poor Jesse, this old bachelor working daily toiling at the tannery, which would have been a smelly, nasty, laborious task, and then coming back to this lonely little one-room cottage all by his lonesome with nobody to share his day with. And so Page introduced Jesse to Hannah. In those days, this was pretty much the western frontier, so the prospects for a spouse were none so good. Courtships were short-lived. Decisions to get married happened quickly, and that's exactly what happened with Jesse and Hannah. Jesse moves into this one-room cottage in March of 1821 as a 27-year-old bachelor. In June of 1821, old Jess is a married man. After the wedding, the two move into the birthplace, and on April 27, 1822, the firstborn son, who they later christened Hiram Ulysses Grant, was born in this room. So for those who are doing the math in their head, the birth took place roughly around 10 months after the wedding. And so, yes, things happen quickly, but not that quickly. And so the young family was here for less than a year and a half. Jesse Grant has saved his money working for other tanners, and had always had the ambition of starting his own tannery, which he decided he would do in the relatively new county seat of Georgetown, in the next county over here headed east, Brown County, where he took his firstborn, who they gave the name Hiram Ulysses Grant, to Georgetown. The family is joined by 5 brothers and sisters there, and Grant lives there for 16 years in Georgetown, where his formative years are, longer than any other place during his lifetime. He didn't let much dust settle on his boots. He was a very much traveled individual during his lifetime.
Well, I want to thank you, Greg, for this, and hope you'll let me put this on YouTube, on my little channel, which is not.
Oh, I didn't know you were.
I
didn't know you did. Okay, well, I probably should have said so, but you're welcome. But I'll tell you, the story goes from there. I'll go around and
Okay.
and tell,
We'll tell some more. Okay.